Hello Jurassic fans, in this video I'm going to be building a Madagascar themed enclosure for the Majungasaurus. Majungasaurus, meaning Mahajanga lizard, was discovered in Madagascar and lived about 66 to 70 million years ago in the Maastrichtian era of the late Cretaceous period. It was an abelosaurid theropod and it was one of the last non-avian species to go extinct. Majungasaurus was a medium-sized carnivore standing at about 7 feet tall and 18 to 23 feet long, and it only weighed about 16 to 2,300 pounds. The first fossils of this dinosaur were discovered along the Betsiboka River in Madagascar, and they were discovered by a French military officer who took the fossils back to a university where they were studied by French paleontologist Charles de Perret. During this time, there was so little known about pretty much any dinosaur species that they were first thought to be fossils of the Megalosaurus. Fragmentary remains were collected over the course of several decades, but it wasn't until 1955 that paleontologist René Lovacat discovered a curved skull in the same region as the original fossils were discovered. He noticed that the teeth in this fossil had the same serrations and shape as the original fragmentary remains found in 1896, and he named this species Majungasaurus. For this enclosure, I'm going to try and replicate the lush and rocky environment of Madagascar. I started by carving a river through the enclosure, and then I just added some raised terrain in various locations. The Tsingy de Bemaraha National Park in Madagascar is famous for its sedimentary rock pillars, so I tried to sort of recreate that here, although you can't do much with the shape of the rocks, so I just placed as many different types of rocks as I could in one little area, and it actually ended up turning out pretty okay. I shuffled between the tropical and Mediterranean plants for this biome, and I like how it gave a good variety between the tropical and arid look that I was originally intending for. I squeezed some of the little plants in between the rocks to make it seem like they were overgrown or like the plants were growing up through the rocks, and I like how that turned out as well. With that, I pretty much just had to add the food source, and then this enclosure was complete. While I waited for the dinosaurs to transport, I decided to just add a little bit of decoration to the guest section in front of the viewing attractions. Just adding a couple of simple decorations to add a little bit more aesthetics to the whole area. I added 3 of them to this environment just because they're fairly small and I didn't want it to feel so empty. But with that, this enclosure is complete and I'm off to the camera shots.